In a world of legendary warriors, fearsome monsters and epic battles, one hero rises above them all. Beowulf. Yeah, let's just fucking get started. But first things first. So again, I'll be reading from my notes. So today we're diving into not just any edition of Beowulf. We're talking about the Beowulf Norton Critical Edition, which is this book right here. Let me put it in front of my face so it focuses. So if you've read Beowulf and you want to understand more about Beowulf in its context, I highly recommend this. It uses the Seamus Heaney translation, which is also inside the book. Now this was a comment I got about 6 weeks ago from a user named Loluk867. I hope I pronounced that correctly for you. He asked me if I had this book. I said no, so I went online and bought a copy. This is a used copy, but that's fine. It's still in really good condition. Now this is different from other editions of Beowulf that I have because it's a critical edition. So it's going to critique a lot of what's going on within Beowulf. So what makes this edition special? First off, it features Seamus Heaney's legendary verse translation. If you've ever struggled with Old English, don't worry. Heaney's version keeps the power of the original while making it accessible and poetic. It's not so much a direct translation. He's very poeticized about it. Now, the key features of this particular edition, yes, it has the translation, but it also has historical and cultural insights. So if you want to get more context of the time in which we believe this poem was actually written. Excerpts and annotations of the Guide to Old English for those who want to dig deeper. 9 critical essays from scholars offering fresh takes on the ancient town. A glossary of names and bibliographies, perfect for students and researchers. I could go on to say that the story follows Beowulf and the mighty warrior who comes to the aid of King Hrothgar to defeat the monstrous Grendel. We know the story, and basically that's just kind of giving you a summary of what the poem is about, which is fine, whatever. This is not just an adventure story, it's a reflection on heroism, fate, and the fleeting nature of life. And trust me, this edition helps you associate the depth of Beowulf like never before. I think Seamus Heaney's translation is one of the best ones out there, so it's great to get it in this form as well. It's packed with historical context and literal analysis. This edition has everything you need. They really break down everything. Old English and Old Norse kind of like heroic code, and the whole Grendel and his mother being descendants of Cain, and they really dive into the problem with Grendel's mother. There we are. It's the ultimate guide to the epic tale. Whether you're a casual reader or scholar, this book gives you a full Beowulf experience. So if you want to experience Beowulf the way it is meant to be read, with epic storytelling, deep analysis, and a stunning historical context, grab a copy of Beowulf Norton Critical Edition. If Beowulf is something you actually want to study in a little bit more depth, grab this. The pages are pretty dense, and to give you a little bit of context. So where are we? Criticisms. J.R. Tolkien, Beowulf, The Monsters and the Critics. Marjorie Osborne, The Great Feuds. Scriptural history and the strife in Beowulf. Jane Chance, The Structural Unity of Beowulf, The Problem of Grendel's Mother. Robert Frank, The Beowulf Poet's Sense of History. And Fred C. Robinson's The Tomb of Beowulf, which is a book I'm after. I'm having trouble finding a copy. Leslie Webster, The Archaeology of Beowulf. Daniel Donahue, The Philosopher Poet, Seamus Heaney and the Translation of Beowulf. Michael Lampage, Beowulf and Perception, and Andrew Schnell, I probably pronounced that completely wrong, Beowulf and the Emergent Occasion. There's a lot going on in this book. It says a lot. I think some of it is basically people using big words, getting it all in where it's probably not wanted a lot of the time. But yeah, I mean, it's if you're just a casual reader and you want to read a copy of Beowulf, I wouldn't buy this. It's a bit pointless. Just buy the Seamus Heaney translation and be done with it. But if you do want to study Beowulf in a little bit more depth, get it. Even if you already have a copy of Shane Massini's translation, get it, because now you have another copy. Like this video if you like classic literature, subscribe for more deep dives into legendary books, and let me know in the comments what's your favourite epic tale. Until next time, keep reading, keep exploring, and stay legendary. That was terrible. Wow, okay. I'm going to stop recording.